Hello everyone, and welcome back to Goroo Immigration. Today, we have a special interview for you. Our student counselor, Brandon, will be chatting with Jessica, a new student about to begin her Bachelor of Science in Hotel Management at the prestigious University of Toronto. They will discuss crucial cultural aspects and common misunderstandings international students might face in Canada. Let's join their conversation and gain valuable insights into adapting to life in Canada. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated. Let's turn it over to Mr. Brandon and Ms. Jessica.
Thank you, Alicia, for that wonderful introduction. We're excited to share our insights with the Goroo Immigration community today. Jessica, what's on your mind about studying in Canada?
Thank you, Alicia and Brandon. I'm excited to get started. I'm curious about the general cultural aspects of Canada. What should I be aware of?
Great question. Canada is incredibly diverse, with a mix of ethnicities and backgrounds. You'll find that respect and openness to different cultures are essential here. Canadians are known for their politeness and often use small talk as an icebreaker. You'll hear phrases like "thank you," "please," and "sorry" quite frequently. Each province has its unique cultural flavor, from the multiculturalism of Toronto to the francophone charm of Quebec. Also, Canadians value personal space and privacy, and discrimination based on race, gender, or sexual orientation is unacceptable. Lastly, Canadians love their festivals and sports, especially hockey and lacrosse.
That sounds interesting. But what about common misunderstandings that international students might face?
That's a very important point. Language barriers can be a challenge, especially if English isn't your first language. It can lead to feelings of exclusion and frustration. The frequent use of polite expressions might seem insincere or overly formal to you, depending on your cultural background. Canadians tend to be direct when addressing issues, which can come off as blunt or rude if you're used to more indirect communication. Small talk is a social norm here, which might be unfamiliar if you're from a culture that prefers direct communication. Nonverbal cues, like personal space and eye contact, can also differ and cause misunderstandings. Lastly, understanding unwritten social rules, like tipping customs or punctuality expectations, can be tricky at first.
That makes sense. How can I better adapt to these cultural differences?
The key is to approach these differences with an open mind and patience. Be willing to learn and adapt to the new cultural environment. Engage in conversations, ask questions when you're unsure, and observe how locals interact. Participating in community events and joining student groups can also help you immerse yourself in the culture. Remember, it's a learning process, and it's okay to make mistakes along the way. The important thing is to be respectful and open to new experiences.
Welcome to Spark Up 380. Are you ready to ignite your inspiration and unleash your potential? Join us on a journey of empowerment, where powerful quotes and motivational content await. Discover the keys to personal growth, resilience, and happiness. Subscribe now and embark on this empowering adventure with us.
I have heard that homesickness can be a big challenge. How can I deal with that?
Great question, Jessica. Homesickness is indeed common among international students. To cope, try to stay connected with family and friends back home through regular video calls. At the same time, immerse yourself in campus life by joining clubs or student organizations. Creating a support network here in Canada can help you feel more at home. Remember, it's okay to feel homesick, it's a natural part of the adjustment process.
I see. That brings up another question. What about making friends? I'm a bit worried about that.
That's a common concern among international students. Making friends can seem daunting, but Canadian campuses are generally very welcoming. Attend orientation events, join study groups, and participate in campus activities. Don't be afraid to strike up conversations with classmates. Many universities have international student associations that organize events. These are great opportunities to meet people who might be experiencing similar challenges.
That makes sense. Mr. Brandon, could you tell me about student housing options? What's available on campus?
I'm glad you asked about that. On-campus housing typically includes dormitories or residence halls. These are great for first-year students as they're close to classes and campus facilities. They often come furnished and include meal plans. Some universities also offer apartment-style residences for upper-year students. On-campus housing is convenient but can be more expensive and may have limited availability, so apply early if you're interested.
Thanks for explaining that. Please explain what about off-campus housing options?
Yes, sure. Off-campus housing gives you more independence and can sometimes be more affordable. Options include renting an apartment, sharing a house with other students, or renting a room in a family home. Many universities have off-campus housing offices that can help you find suitable accommodations and understand your rights as a tenant. Just be prepared to budget for utilities and possibly furniture.
Wow, I hadn't thought of that. Do you have any tips for finding good off-campus housing?
Absolutely. Start your search early, as good places can go quickly. Use the university's off-campus housing listings and reputable websites. Always view the property in person. Before signing a lease or paying any money, read the lease carefully and don't be afraid to ask questions. Consider factors like proximity to campus, public transport, and amenities. And if possible, talk to current or former tenants about their experiences.
Thanks for explaining that. I'm concerned about managing my time effectively. Any advice?
Excellent point. Time management is crucial for academic success. Use a planner or digital calendar to keep track of assignments, exams, and other commitments. Break large tasks into smaller, manageable chunks. Don't forget to schedule time for self-care and socializing. It's all about balance. Many universities offer time management workshops, which can be very helpful.
That's interesting, Brandon. What if I struggle with my coursework?
That's a common concern among international students. It's normal to find some courses challenging, especially in a new educational system. Don't hesitate to ask your professors or teaching assistants for help during office hours. Many universities offer free tutoring services and academic skills workshops. Form study groups with classmates. Explaining concepts to others can reinforce your understanding.
That makes sense. Are there any specific health concerns I should be aware of?
Yes, good point. Your health insurance should cover most medical needs, but familiarize yourself with what's included. Mental health is just as important as physical health. Many campuses offer free counseling services. Be prepared for the Canadian climate, especially if you're from a warmer country. Invest in proper winter clothing and learn about winter safety.
I see. That brings up another question. How can I manage my finances effectively?
Great question, Jessica. You need to create a budget and stick to it. Take advantage of student discounts and look for part-time work opportunities on campus. Open a Canadian bank account and consider getting a student credit card to build your credit history. Be cautious with spending, especially in the first few months when you're settling in. Many universities offer financial literacy workshops which can be very helpful.
Thanks for explaining that. How can I make the most of my study abroad experience?
A valid point. Embrace every opportunity to learn and grow. Attend campus events, explore your new city, and try new things. Consider volunteering or joining internship programs to gain Canadian work experience. Travel within Canada if you can. It's a beautiful and diverse country. Most importantly, stay open-minded and curious. Your time here will fly by, so make the most of every moment.
Thank you so much, Mr. Brandon. This has been incredibly helpful.
You're very welcome, Jessica. Remember, we're here to support you throughout your journey. Don't hesitate to reach out if you need any further assistance. Best of luck with your studies in Canada.
Wow, what an insightful conversation. Thanks, Brandon and Jessica. To our viewers, we hope this guide has armed you with valuable tips for your Canadian study adventure. Remember, challenges are opportunities in disguise, embrace them. If you found this helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more study abroad content.